train to check out Signehamna. There is supposed to be like a German World War II and a metro station here.
Yeah, a radio station.
Yeah, which
the Norwegians bombed in 1943.
And one German was killed. And we'll see the remains, hopefully. And then there is also a little bay there called Nilspollen, which someone overwintered with their boat there.
Yeah.
Do you remember the nationality?
Dutch.
Dutch.
I think they were doing some research on CO2 whilst they were here.
Was it this Heike Trinkel Binky? Or
well, I guess on the film editing you can write down the proper names. Tish, I think it was called. I think his name was Tish.
Jeanette is changing shoes so she can walk better, taking off the boots. Out there is the boat. Guess you can see it. And with the Lillehögs glacier in the background. So this is the little bay Nilspollen where they overwintered with the boat.
And if you look at the mountain where the sun is now,
yeah,
like in the autumn and early spring, the sun would not get over that ridge.
No, so it would be pretty dark here.
Yeah.
Would you be interesting to do an overwintering here?
No, it's not for me. They were doing a science project, so I guess that's why they could even think about it.
We have found some remains of the German weather station. A few items. And there are some more over there. I think.
How far do we want to hunt for remains of a World War II wreckage?
We'll go to the next barrel and see what that is. Here we're coming up. More remains here. And there. There are barrels and things little all over the place here. So I guess this was where the camp was. Yeah. Can even see something in the water there. It wasn't a nice walk. It was not that much to see.
No.
I guess the Lloyd's Hotel was more to see.
Yeah.
But the walk was nice, and
it's
we
good to stretch the legs again.
Yes, and we were lucky with the weather as well.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's good.
So let's go back to the boat then and move on, I think.
Den ligger ju pretty still alltså.
You want to jump on it?
No. But I think it is heavy enough to be staying put.
Yeah, it's drifting slowly, I guess. Depending on the wind and current.
So we're now leaving Signehamna, and I am at the front, guiding us out here without hitting any ice pieces, icebergs, what you can call them, ice cubes. So here's one. Saad asked him to go a little bit further to Barboard. Near Barboard. Or you would say in English, you would say port. And as you can see, the fjord here It's called Lillehökfjorden. It is filling up now because the glacier, Lillehök glacier, was calving yesterday, and I guess it has been for a few days as well before we arrived, but it wasn't this much ice when we arrived here. A little bit more to port. I think he's doing a very good job there. All the way to the other side. I agree with my captain. Good decision. So I'm glad that we left Lillehökfjorden now. The Lillehökfjorden, of course, but I'm glad we leave Signehamn at the moment. I think we did it just in time actually, because as you can see, the ice is filling up into where we just were anchored. The wind is from northeast, so yes, it will be filling up. Does it feel good? Confident? It is very big, isn't it? Once again, we're very happy that you can be out on the water any time of the day, because it is light and bright all 24 hours. That's biggie.
Jeanette is a little bit disappointed because we just heard on the radio from Ocean Explorer that they see a polar bear swimming over the fjord, and that's where we passed an hour or a little more.
And we did not see any polar bears hiking to the Lloyd's Hotel or hiking to the German wreck. Maybe the polar bears saw us and decided not to show themselves.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it would have been really cool to have seen it swimming across the bay.
Anyway, our luck may turn.
You hope.
We hope, and maybe one day we will see the polar bear.
Yeah. We're coming into New London here, and there is a cruise ship here with all their guests in here. We have the dinghies, and then all the guests are up there. You can see all the red things. It is over 5 o'clock, and it's about time. I think we have decided not to go inshore. The cruise ship is still there, but what we also decided, it's gin and tonic time, and I need to go and get some ice for the gin and tonic. And I have a little iceberg in there with some Arctic ice in the gin and tonic would be nice. I think maybe this is... Now we have ice. Thank you and goodbyes. I just told Jeanette about the 3 polar bears that they saw with the 14th of July bay that the guide told me about, that they saw this morning.
But I think you need to have a trained eye to see them. And if you look at that ship, I think there's about 1,000 people on it, and they could all use their eyes.
And have binoculars.
And have binoculars, and I'm envious.
And then you ask them, what do you have in your binocular? Everybody who's Swedish will understand that. This was maybe a surprise that we did not think we would have dinner in the cockpit in Svalbard, Spitsbergen, and we are in what was this, Personhamna, and New London is in there.
Yeah, and we are on the 79.10 degrees north.
Yeah, and we have Ny-Ålesund over there, which we will go tomorrow. But before we will enjoy this evening and night here on this anchorage, and with a glass of wine. What are we having?
So we're having a Malbec from Calchaquí Valley in Chile.
In Chile? Okay, because on the cork that I put up, it said Argentina.
Oh, it does, yeah. Sorry.
And who is the sommelier?
I am.
Yeah.
But who's the one who can read? You are.
And not only the sommelier, you are like super educated in that one.
Yes,
yeah.
but I haven't tasted it.
No, please do.
Oh, this is definitely an Argentinian Malbec.
Is it?
Yeah, a lot of acidity and a lot of tannins.
Okay.
Dark fruit.
So what would that cost on Systembolaget in Sweden?
200.
200. So it's also 200, and that's like a $20 wine, or 22 or something like that. Yeah. 25. Good enough.
Good enough. You know, I'm just making it all up, don't you?
I don't know, but you have worked with wine for
but I have no
don't know
clue,
how many.
But it's going to be around that sum.
We are still outside in the cockpit. Now it's like 9-ish. It's a little bit more, I think.
More than 9, yeah.
And the sun is behind the bimini there, and we're sitting here and playing cribbage, our favorite card game anyway. So we have 2 games on this boat. We have more than 2 games, but when it's only 2 of us, we play cribbage or backgammon. But I guess the favorite game would be Mexican train domino.
I think we need to say that cribbage is a game that Bob and Ann on Baloo were playing, and we thought,
what is that? And they told us that it's the only game that is fun to play on card game that is fun to play on 2 people.
And then you and I said, why not try it?
And
we did.
And we agree, it's fun. That's the only card game that is fun to play on 2 people.
Yeah.
So we have come ashore in New London, where we had this beautiful evening yesterday, and we had some rain during the early morning, but then it cleared up and the sun is shining again. And yeah, we go and have a look there. Over there you can see a loading crane. There you have it. There was some starting some production here, but Jeanette will tell us all about it later. And here we are. Here you have here you have one of the huts. There is another on behind this. From this period when there were production here, and I guess you can see the remains of some other houses there. You can see the stove still standing, and these houses is used for recreation today. There you have a wheelbarrow. Maybe it's not the latest model, but yeah, it's still not intact, but you can see how it was. Have you seen the wheelbarrow here?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So it has been some kind of railroad on this island, and
don't you think it was running?
Yeah.
Do you think it was running from there up to the loading place?
Yeah, you probably can see it. It came here And then I don't know where it started from. That looks like some kind of a train piece. And there are big boilers here. I guess they are. This is another part of Taylor Hubbard Makers Leicester. This is some kind of crane. Yeah, and here we can see, here they probably were where they took out.
Since in Swedish I think we would call it dagbrott.
Yeah.
Day quarry.
Yeah. So tell us, what was this place?
So it wasn't it. It's what now? Wasn't it? Okay, so this I think it is a day quarry, and what they did was that they was looking for pink marble that they found and thought it was really useful. So they wanted to ship it off, which they did, but then it cracked.
Yeah, they had a little problem there.
Yeah. So
because when they got to more
tempered,
hotter climate, it splintered. And so I don't think this was in production for very long.
No, I don't think so either. Must have been a disappointment for all the hassle with all the machineries and everything. But I think this was like in the beginning of the 1900s. Everybody was like exploring and they wanted to find a new thing. And
so this is probably where you can. This is a flat stone face, so I think this is maybe where they took it from. And then they had a crane over there and everything, and then they would ship it down to maybe London, and then it was splintered because of the temperature difference, and that must have been a real disappointment, I'm sure. So we're coming up to the loading crane, and we just parked outside it. And you can maybe see there is another cruise ship, much smaller than yesterday, but they will do an excursion here today as well. So we were lucky that we were up and before them.
I think so. It would not have been the same completing of the space with them. And I think they will appreciate if we are not here when they are started there.
Yeah, some mad woman running around with a rifle.
Not a mad woman. Might look like one, but I don't know.
Now we're going into Ny-Ålesund. How cool is this that we are in Ny-Ålesund, where Amundsen took off with his airship Norway, and the mast hold the airship before it took off is still there, and just this day is exactly on this day 150 years since Amundsen was born. So they are having a flag day and
celebration day.
Yeah, and they have made a special cognac and everything, but we are here on the day. That was just pure luck.
It was. So maybe it's a coincidence that they added a zero for the harbor.
Yeah, it was not cheap, I'm telling you. So, leaving Ny-Ålesund, and this World Explorer came in this morning with a lot of tourists. We have heard that there is a polar bear down there somewhere, so we will try to go and see if he's still there, and try to see our first one. Jeanette is taking in the lines, and I'm steering. Do you see any polar bears? Navigating among the ice. There we have one. There we have a bigger. Some small there. Now we make a little turn. Like that. We are a little bit like the day after because we were on the pub in Ny-Ålesund. And it was fun. And Jeanette was chased by all the men there. They were like, oh, the Swedish girls.
And I was thinking, girl?
Yeah, but you had a fun time there.
Yeah.
Way off all the men. No, it was not all the men, but there were a few ones. That, yeah.
Needless to say, a wee bit drunk.
Yes. And it was good.
They
there.
were.
Everything cost 25 Norwegian crowns, even if you took a gin tonic, or we learned a new drink that we have never had before, and that was Moscow Mule.
Yeah.
That's like a dark and stormy, but with vodka instead.
Yeah. So, and we don't have any vodka on board, so we cannot make it ourselves. We have ginger beer, but
I
no
think
vodka.
we should not drink alcohol for a month now. I think we had too much yesterday.
No, we didn't. But soon it will be Friday again, and then we will have some.
Yeah. But it was fun talking to the guys there, and so they can stay maximum 4 years on their contract if you're employed by Kings Bay, yeah. But 2.5, and then another 1.5. Then you can't stay longer because they are afraid that they would go crazy. But yeah.
It's not a normal society if they live like in a bubble.
Yeah,
so I
sure.
guess that you can't have that. I mean, I've met a woman being in an ashram in India doing yoga for 10 years, and it was scary coming back to the normal life, the normal society, the normal way of associating with people. So I think they're good. 2.5 and then 1.5.
Yeah.
But what they do get their friends and family to fly in all the way to Ny-Ålesund, and then they fly out as well. They can, because they get 2 days off a week, and then 5 weeks vacation, so they can fly back.
So there is plane coming to Ny-Ålesund, but as a tourist you cannot fly in there. You have to come by boat to Ny-Ålesund. Cruise ship or your own boat.